See if I'm live. Testing. See if I'm live. Okay, it's up. Let me check to see. Mic check. How long is my lag? Mic check. There we go. We have audio. Audio is what we need. All right, now we come over here and we want this. Hey, man, I've got to get these intros better. What's up? It is the Climb to One, and we are here with our end of day, our close of business review. All right, we put $1,120 into the account. The day was a little unkind to us, taking away 1.14%, a $12.85 loss realized. Again, the big things were finishing off our $100 buy of MSTY that had started as a 7-share buy on the weekend overnight and was completed as an automatic transaction for the fractional shares this morning. Then there was the selling of YBTC to fund the put for SMDL. And then the premium and the profit from YBTC was put back into YBTC. That's really all we're going to need here. On Robinhood, we're going to look at Snowball real quick. What we've seen is we've gained $4.08 of dividends from YBTC. It was a $7.14 profit, but I suppose this is counting the buyback in at the higher cost per share, I suppose. I'm not sure why this isn't calculated completely, but either way, we see that YBTC has been kind to us early on, even though it's at a diminished state now. Remember, all of the premiums until we make 200 in premiums are going back into YBTC. I'm acting like YBTC gave a loan for the option strategy, and that the option strategy has to pay YBTC back first so that we get that built back up where it was. All right. And we see that the second dividend has hit, so a 15-cent dividend and a 12-cent dividend, which makes RDTE up slightly. And Coney has just done it by itself, and it did all of that today. It was bought this morning, and it moved up all on its lonesome. The gains are slow right now. That is because, as you see, the only two stocks that we had at the right time to get dividends, one of them we only had $20 in. So now we only caught the one dividend on the 1st. For the weeklies, on the 8th, all 4 of our weeklies will be paying. So don't mind these ones. That's not entirely accurate. Then we see that on the, where we're going, the 15th, it'll be Coney and Ulti for the 15th, Coney and ULTY, along with, again, the 4 weeklies. And then on the 22nd, it's going to be MSTY, along with the 4 weeklies. I see a lot of shit's happening now, right? And then it says on the 30th, but I assume they mean on the 29th. Otherwise, it's going to carry over into the 2nd, into the next month. Maxi will do its first dividend payment for us, and YBTC will give us a dividend. Hopefully, we've got more premiums through our options trading by then, because the X date on that isn't going to be until late into the month. So we're going to be putting all of the premiums back in. So it should be more than what it's showing right now. But, it's wait and see. We got to get those premiums in first. Now that we know the dates that everything is hitting, and that we see how often stuff is going to be happening in the account, most of the real stuff is going to be happening Friday for dividend payouts. And most of the options are going to be done on Mondays. Now let's see how much because this is one thing we haven't looked at yet for expected payments. We haven't done it because we weren't getting them yet. All right, so let's go look at the weeklies first. Our good old buddy RDTE. This is going to be based off of the last actual payment, and then they just roll that over and say, yeah, that's probably what the next one will be. We know that's not the case, but we got to have some numbers to work with. 26 cents a share. I have multiple shares, so 73 cents should be coming in nice and neat for us on the 8th. QDTE should bring us 49 cents at 20 a share. XDTE should bring us 30 at 15 a share. All of this is going to be dripped back into those stocks. RDTE, YMAX is what I'm looking for. And then YMAX coming through with a big old $1.32. So that's pretty nice. A $1.32 is almost a tenth of a share coming in every week. And then obviously after the drips, we're going to have a few more, not a few more shares, but a few more fractions of a share. And that'll help compound that quickly. Then we said that the next date is going to be all of those that I just mentioned. But then ELTY for 826 and CONY for 869, estimated again on the 15th. Then the 22nd is the big payment, $29.50. Now, MSTY just had one of their highest payouts. I doubt they have that back to back. But by some miracle, if they paid $4.20 again, $29.50 would be more than an entire share. That would be very impressive. But even if it's $1, all right, that's still $7 coming in. That's a quarter of a share. I'm very happy with that. So as long as it pays $1 or more every month, I will be stoked per share, obviously. And the bigger, the better. Usually I think MSTY averages about $2 a share per weekly payout or monthly payout. So, 2 would be nice. 14 would be a chunk. That'd be half of a share. Then it's going to be the end of the month. Maxi will make its first payment for us. Only 64 cents, only 15 cents a share. But we'll get more shares and it will develop. And then YBTC is going to take a hit. It's going to pay 88 cents a share, but we have a fraction of a share, so it's only going to give us 25 cents. However, it's already 408 in dividends collected. So even if we don't get many more fractions because of our premiums, that's still going to be, 423, whatnot like that. So that's going to be there. And then the last thing I wanted to come to was here, dividends received. We got the 15 cents here by RDTE, and then we got the 408 and the 12 cents here. I thought there was another view that showed all of the stocks. I wanted to compare the stocks side by side and what they paid, because for this account, I know I did just start fresh last month, but I've had this account for a long time and I've had other trades. That's why you see big loss there. I messed around trying to do options and got myself good. This was never my big account. M1 Finance was my big account, but this is the account where I did options trading and jacked it up real good. So, the challenge is going to be starting from this huge loss, and we can see that when we go to sold, blah, blah, words. And yeah, while we did have some we did good with, like, hey, right here, that's the one we're trading options on, Sundial. We're back with them doing options. You see a bunch of little gains, boom, boom, boom. But the problem was this in here, Camber Energy. Oh, man. Jesus. Camber just, the bottom fell out, and it was horrendous. Like, don't get me wrong. Losing 138 on Remark. is a chunk, but most of these losses you see are like less than $10. It's all here in Canberra, and that was all in on trying to. Was I even doing options? I think I was just trying to like swing trade with it, but it was bad. It was bad. I screwed the pooch. I messed up horribly, and now we're trying to make the comeback for it. So I wanted to show that because transparency, and I've talked about the big loss before. But this is that account. This is not the M1 account. The M1 account was all dividend stocks. Hey, yeah, we're happy to see you. We're back on Sundial. There was another reason I was looking at this, though. Oh, yeah, dividends received. So it was share site where I have the graph. But we don't have share site here. Or we do, but I don't have it pulled up right now. And this will work perfectly well. It's still demonstrating what I want. Again, we're not expecting to see a lot on dividends here because that was my M1 Finance account that had the heavy dividends. But we see RDTE is here, dead last, but it's going to be paying weekly, so it's not going to take long for it to pass Exxon. Fun, yay, that was a good one. I like Glad. We'll be getting back into Glad and YMT, and all the way up here in third place already with just one payment received, YBTC. Had I not just use this to set up my sundial options, it would have been passing Maine this month, later this month. But now we got to rebuild it, and then it'll be back to catching Maine. And then the Big Daddy OXLC, which was huge for me at one point in time. Again, not really on this account, even though we got out with the gain, but on the M1 Finance, where I was making about $450 a month in dividends, pushing the account up to like over 20,000. But there was leverage. There was definitely margin involved in that. But I just want to show this screen is going to get much more fun because we're going to be getting a lot of dividends coming in quickly, actually, because of the weeklies and because of 4 different weekly payers, and then 9 total stocks, and all of the stocks have dividends either weekly or monthly. So 5 monthly, 4 weekly. And we'll be adding to that as time goes on. But just wanted to show this because I thought it was cool. Already got 408, one of the biggest impacts on my dividends in just 1 week for a $200 investment at the time. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to show the daily close of business. We'll be doing a close of business probably daily just to check the up and downs because a lot of these stocks are very volatile. They all have huge yields, but people are worried about NAV erosion and such. So we're going to do the day by day and then the end of week. But that was it, guys. Just want to share that with you. It's been real. It's been fun. It's even been real fun. This is the Climb to One.